Hello. Okay, I'm back. Post gym and post Walmart trip. Okay, so the way it unfolded, the way it went down for me getting the job, right? Okay. So I think it was right now, so I started that job in May, the cleaning job, right? And God had been speaking about it, and I kind of was losing like hope in a way that it was through the other company, not the cleaning job. Like I felt like that's where it was, but like I kept getting shut down so many times that I kind of just was like this must not be it. I was kind of discouraged, and I'm thinking, well, maybe it is just gonna be the cleaning job, like once we all get in there. There's like a weird reflection. I don't know what that is. It must be all the traffic. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, but so I'm not sure on the exact time frames of when all these things played out, but I'm gonna try to backtrack and like give specifics, like edit it in there or something. Now this happened, I want to say before Christmas. This moment that I'm about to say, it happened before Christmas. One of the bosses in one of my buildings, because I cleaned in 3 different buildings. One was just, I would help in the mornings, do the offices, because there was a lot, so the lady needed help because they needed them done before 7 o'clock. So at 5 to 7, 7:30, 8, I would be at the 5 to 7 I would clean, but then I would hang out a little bit before I would take off to my buildings. And then after that I had 2 buildings of my own that I would clean. There were 2 small buildings, and so in one of my buildings, one of the managers, we were just like good morning or good afternoon, I don't remember what time it was of the day, right? But like just small talk, and somehow we were on the topic of like, why don't you just apply here? And I'm like if you only know how many times I've tried. And I told him about how they shut me down a few times, and that they said I gotta be like 6 months away from the cleaning company before I can apply. And I let him know and everything, but he's like we were talking about the benefits and everything, and we were talking about the benefits and everything, and he's like, I need somebody in on my shift. He's like, I need somebody, and he goes, this is the job, this is how much you would make. And I'm like, when he said that, like I'm kind of like my ears are like like this sounds like something like the Lord told me. Like the way he laid it out was the way the Lord said. Like it was literally like he told me what I would do, he told me how much I would make, and he was offering it to me. And I'm like, well, I'm definitely interested, but I've been shut down so many times, and they told me this, I gotta wait 6 months and blah blah. And he's like, well, I know somebody that I could ask and just see what they say. And I'm like okay, go ahead, but at the same time I'm kind of like, I've been through this so many times. Like I didn't really see any hope in that, in him asking or investigating, because like I've already kind of gone down that road. But I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna tell you no. Like, sure, investigate and see what they say. I mean, like, I kind of felt like, well, I already know how this is gonna end, but go for it, you know. Like, that's how I felt, because I kind of was like, lost hope in that, you know, from being shut down so many times. So I'm like, okay, sure. And so he wrote it down on a Post-it note. I don't think he did it in front of me, but he didn't write it down in front of me, but like, I know he wrote it on a Post-it note, because this was one of my buildings that I would clean. And so every day after we talked, there was a blue Post-it note that said, see about getting Ambrosia into Tangent. And let me tell y'all, like, that Post-it note was there for so long. Like, I think it was like 2 months. It was just there, and it started getting like crusty. It started getting like, it had coffee stains on it, and like, it looked like it, you know, it'd been there for a long time. So, and I looked at it like every single day, Monday through Friday, when I would clean, right? And I'm just like, man, why doesn't he take this Post-it note away? But I'm like, I'm not gonna take it off. I mean, he must either still be planning on doing that, or he must have forgotten that he was gonna do that, you know. But I'm like, I'm not gonna move it. And I'm pretty sure I have a picture of it, because I'm pretty sure I sent a picture of it to my friend, because I just thought like that was crazy, because my spiritual antennas like kind of went off when the way he asked me, the way the conversation went, like this is what God said. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, they've shut me down. So I'm like, I felt hopeful, but at the same time, I didn't have high expectations, right? So I'm just like, I don't know, but I did take a picture of it. But that thing was there for 2 months. And then all of a sudden, I want to say this was in like February, like the end of February. Yeah, because he asked me sometime before Christmas, so that was the end of December. So yeah, I think it was like the end of February or something. Yeah, somewhere around there. And then all of a sudden, it was a weekend. I think it was a Saturday morning. I had slept in. I think I woke up around 9 or something, 9:30. And when I woke up, I'm looking at my phone, you know, all sleepy, and I see I have a missed call from a number that I didn't recognize. And then I had got a text message from the same number, and it was like, hey, it's blah blah from the company. He's like, I talked to somebody, and they said that it was okay for you to apply, that there's no, listen to me, y'all, that there's no conditions or whatever in the contract with the cleaning company. So they said you can apply. And I was just like, what? I was like shook. And I don't remember if I called him back or I texted him. I think I texted him back like, what? That's crazy. And he's like, yeah, you can, we'll talk on Monday. So we talked on Monday. I was so freaking excited, right? Like, so super excited. And just shook, because I'm like, there's no way. You guys, like, I got shut down so many times, because they said, I don't know if the person that was asking before was just assuming that they had conditions in the contract, but like, it went from 3 months. Like, they said, oh, I would have to wait 3 months, and then after that they said I would have to wait 6 months. So I kind of just was like, this is not gonna end up happening at all, right? So I was shook. Like, I was in shock that they went from saying 3 months to 6 months to all of a sudden there's nothing holding me back from applying. So I was like, wow. And so I don't know. Okay. So let me think. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to like remember everything correctly. After I talked to him, I think he told me to talk to one of the ladies from like HR or hiring or something, and so I did, and she told me she was excited because she knew that I had wanted to get in the company. Like, she knew that I had tried, right? And so she was excited for me, and she's like, she told me that what they wanted me to do though was, even though there was no conditions in the contract, they still wanted me to talk to my boss and just be like, just ask, like, out of respect, like, just let her know what I wanted to do, that I wanted to apply for the company, and just like respectfully, just out of respect for her, because they didn't want, like, any issues, even though legally there was nothing, you know what I mean? Like, there was nothing holding, but it was just out of respect. So I kind of dragged on that a little bit because I really didn't want to ask her. I didn't want to ask my boss. I didn't want to, but I finally did. And this is the part where, like, when I tried to make this video before, I was getting like upset because I just, it was crazy. But anyways, I'm not gonna, I let it go. It's all good. But so when I knew that I was gonna call my boss, but when I really thought about it, I'm like, I think it's better if I just message her, because I feel like she's gonna cut me off and I'm not gonna be able to explain. So I wrote her a text message, or sent her a text message, and I was like, hey, I'm really grateful for my job. I know I have I will send, or not send, listen to me, I will attach a picture of that text message, like, just because I want proof. I want to show you guys, like, this for real, like, happened. Like, the Lord literally put his hand on this situation. So, and this ain't even it, y'all. Like, let me just keep talking. So I message her, and then she's like, I don't remember exactly what she said, but I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna attach it. And but she was like, well, call me, she's like something like, let me talk to my partner and then call me on Wednesday. And then I'm like, okay. And so I call her Wednesday, and then she's like, I thought I said Friday. Let me not say that with any type of way. So I'm like, no, you told me to message you Friday or Wednesday. And she's like, okay, well, give me till Monday, because I need to talk with my partner still, and I haven't, blah blah, whatever. So I call her Monday, and I knew she was like not happy about it, but which I don't understand. It's like, I told her, like, I need more. In my message, I was like, I'm grateful for this job, but I need more. Like, I have 3 kids, I need more, and you know what I mean? Like, I just need more benefits, I need more money, I just need more. Like, even though I'm grateful for this job, like, I said it really nicely, I think, and respectfully. So y'all can let me know if you think I said it nice enough or not. I'm gonna attach a picture of the text messages. But yeah, so when I called her on Monday, she's like, well, there's nothing I can do to stop you, but if that's what you want to do, then then you're putting in your 2 weeks. So I was like, dang, okay, I guess. So yeah, I'm like, okay, well, that's not the way I want to do it, I guess. But yeah, which I guess she's not wrong for her telling me, you know, then you're putting in your 2 weeks. But in my mind, I was just going to apply and then work until everything, you know, played out. But I still was doing it the right way because I let her know what was up. Like, I was planning on keeping her in the loop of everything, you know. But yeah, so she said, yeah, if you're applying, then you're putting in your 2 weeks. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, that's what I want to do. And so my last day, and this was, this was sometime in March, like the middle or beginning of March. I'll get the exact dates. I'm not really sure. But so, yeah, it had to be the middle of March because my last day by putting in my 2 weeks was supposed to be March 31st. And but that didn't, yeah, it was supposed to be March 31st, my last day. But she ended up cutting me out. She cut me out. She replaced me. So she only gave me a week. So I worked 1 week, and then, so the same day that she said, yeah, I applied for the job, right? I applied for the job, the position with the guy from you know, from one of my buildings, and then I worked, and like I heard, and I had got a message from one of the HR ladies or hiring people, and she was like, hey, I heard that you are that you gotta go ahead to apply, and she sent me the link, I think, to apply online and everything, and I applied immediately. And then she told me that I needed to fill out something. There's like a survey right after the application, so I did all that, and then by the time I finished that, it was like the end of the day, so I didn't hear from her for like 2 days or something. Like, we were talking for a couple days, and then I didn't hear from her for like 2 days, and this was all within like between a Monday through Friday. And so on my last day of work, she called me and told me that they were not going to move forward with the application. So I was supposed to have 2 weeks of work left with the cleaning company, but she said nope. She had one of her people, one of her team leaders or whatever, call me and tell me that my last day was going to be less than that. So it was going to be 1 week before it was supposed to be, that they found somebody. That way, let me not have no feelings. That way, you know, I could go ahead and do what I needed to do, like trying to be as if she was being nice to me or whatever, but it didn't really feel nice. But anyways, I'll let it go. But yeah, so on my last day, which was a Friday, that I was supposed to, you know, and then from there I was supposed to hopefully be, you know, getting my interview and get going with, you know, with the company. But instead of good news, the girl called me and told me that she was just informing me that they were not going to go, that they were not going to move forward with my application. And let me tell y'all, when she said that, my heart like sunk to the ground, bro, like to the ground, because I'm like, I was so confused, because I'm like, literally everything that God said, like, it played out that way. The Lord was opening doors for me, and then I don't know, like, I was so confused as to why. And okay, so I'm talking to the girl and I'm like, why? And I thought it had to do with like something to do with like schooling, that because I didn't finish high school, right? So that was what I figured. I'm like, is it because I didn't finish high school? And she's like, no, that's not it. And there's a cop behind me. Okay. Please don't. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
You have to move.
Yes, I had to move because there was a police trying to get through. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. No, okay, so yeah, so I'm on the phone with her and I'm like, well, what is it because I didn't finish high school? And she's like, no, that's not it. And I'm like, what? I'm like, is it something like my job? Like, I didn't know, like, I'm like, is it something I can fix? Like, because when she said it wasn't high school, like, that would seem like the only problem to me. And I'm like, is it something I can fix? And she's like, no. And I literally practically had to drag the answer out of her. Like, I'm like, what is the reason? Like, what is the reason why? I had to like drag the answer out of her. And finally, she's just like, well, we just don't think you're gonna be a good culture fit. And when she said that, I knew the reason. It was because of the survey that I took, that I had to take at the end of the application. So I don't know what happened with that survey, right? But I obviously messed it up. It was the weird survey. It was like asking questions about your personality and how you like are in the workplace, and how you think you should behave in the workplace, and how you think your personality should be in the workplace. But it used all these words, you guys, like all these words that I like mostly I've never heard of. And I'm like, look, I didn't finish high school. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I know some words. Like, I know some words, but I don't know. Like, I obviously messed it up. And to be honest, I really did rush through that because I didn't think that it was like gonna affect me like that bad, and I didn't think I could mess it up that bad. But some of the words, I guess I thought I understood and I didn't. So I messed up on that culture test. And then so I knew it as soon as she said culture fit. I was like, oh man, the stupid survey, I messed it up. And I was just like, oh, okay. And she's like, yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you. Good luck, blah, blah. And I hung up the phone. Now, y'all, I did cry. I didn't want to cry. I started crying. It was my last day. It wasn't even like lunchtime yet. It was probably like 9:30 in the morning. I still had to, actually, I was only going to be working. She only gave me a half day on Friday, right? She only gave me a half day that day. And so I was going to get off at 12, and I think that call was like around 12 or something. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. It was bad. I wanted to leave. I wanted to scream. I wanted to do a lot of things because I was so confused, you guys. Like, it didn't make no sense to me. And like, literally everything happened the way God said it was, and doors are opening, but now all of a sudden, like, they're telling me no. And I was heartbroken, right? And I remember I was sitting in my car crying because after that phone call, I went and sat in my car. And then I wanted to leave. I wanted to take off, like, just not even finish my day. But I felt God literally was like, the Holy Spirit's like, calm down. Just stay, finish your work, be professional. Don't tell anybody. He told me not to go tell everybody that I didn't get the job. He told me not to, and I didn't understand why. But I did tell, like, he meant like, don't go tell everybody. But I went and told the boss, the one that was trying to give me the position, and he was really super like bummed, and he didn't understand. And I didn't tell him until I was about to leave. But I did go and call my friend, the one that leads Bible study, because I was about to like have a mental breakdown. I called her and she didn't answer, and I was in the car, and the Holy Spirit, actually, no, that's a lie. Hold on. I got it. I was in the car and I wanted to leave, and the Holy Spirit told me, calm down, finish your work. Don't go tell a whole bunch of people, hey baby, I'm about to be done, or I'm about to take a pause break, okay? And then
Where are we?
we're gonna go. We have to go to someone's house to pick up something really quick, okay? Hold on, just give me 1 second. So yeah, I'm in the car. That's what the Holy Spirit told me. And then I remember this part, right? After he told me to calm down and be professional and not leave, and not to be going telling everybody that I didn't get the job. I opened up, I was on Instagram, and was it Instagram or YouTube? I can't remember. I think it was Instagram. And one of this man of God, that same person, I don't know if I've talked about this man of God that I follow on Instagram, he had just posted a video that said, God had woke him up and told him, haven't I always been your help? And it, like, if I've done it before, I'll do it again. And I don't know what's going on. Something happened because they're going in the same direction as the police. No, but anyways, like, so in that message, it really, like, it brought me so much peace. I don't know if this was before, like right in the moment, I don't remember, but I know it was like in that same time frame. I don't know if it was right after I got the phone call and right after God told me to calm down, or if it was like a little bit later, but it was within like an hour of that. And that the message that he posted, like, it literally was like, man, I felt like this was for me. And I feel like I've talked, I can't remember, but his videos have, like, literally, like, I feel like God has used him before. He did use him before. And it was when I had when I was gonna take a break from social media, like, I don't know, I'm getting off topic, but anyways, that video brought me peace, because, like, it was like, just chill, have faith, because God knows what he's doing, and if he's made a way, he will make a way. He'll make a way again, right? Like, that brought me peace. I remember that video brought me peace. It came at the perfect time, because I was, like, losing it. And then I think I don't remember if I called my friend before I saw the video or after. I don't remember. I think I saw the video first, and then after that I called my friend, and she prayed for me on the phone, and God told me that they are going to call me. He told me that they are going to call me, that job is mine, that they are going to call me. And but I'm like, even though God's telling me, I'm just like, they literally just shut me down. So, but I'm just like, okay. And that's when I start, when doubt tries to creep in, I'd be like, no, I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know why, I don't know where, but I know you're gonna do it, Lord. Like, I just don't give doubt a chance to be creeping in like that, because I gotta shut it down. Because if you think on it, is you know what I mean, that's dangerous. So I just refuse to think about it. I just had to shut it down. But look, it was crazy. It was crazy. That day was so hard. But get this, okay, so I stayed until 12. I finished my work, stayed till 12. Right before I left is when I went and told the boss, like, hey, she called me. She said they're not going to move forward with my application because of that survey. Obviously, like, I did something, I messed it up. So I told him, and he was really, like, bummed. And he's like, he told me to ask if I could take it again, but I didn't want to take it again. Like, I let my pride come at me with that one. Like I wasn't gonna ask her like, hey, can I take it again? So yeah, but yeah, I ended up like finishing my day, and then so the only people I told was my friend from Bible study and then the boss guy, because like obviously I had to let him know. But that's the only person I didn't like. So get this, my friend from Bible study, my other friend that goes to Bible study, she also works for the cleaning company, but she works in a different building. Like she works in the building where everyone's gonna end up at eventually. Now, she had woke up late this day or something. I don't remember what happened. She overslept, and she knew that I had a half day. So she's like, hey, can you come and help me so that I can get it done in 4 hours, and I'll pay you so that we can have a complete, like, that way you'll have a complete day, and blah blah. And I'm like, I'm so like sad, and like just I'm a mess, right? I'm a mess inside. I'm a mess. But I didn't tell her what happened. Like, I listened to the Holy Spirit. I didn't go and tell everybody and what had happened. And get this, like, everybody kept asking me about it. Everyone kept asking me, like, I had people like, hey, when are you gonna start? Like, what's going on? Have you heard anything? And I'm just like, no, I haven't heard nothing. I don't know what's going on. I had like people from my buildings like hitting me up like, hey, what's going on? Because I told everybody, like, I'm like, I'm leaving. I told everybody what happened, like, hey, I'm gonna be able to work with you guys. I'm gonna be part of the company, blah blah blah. And so everyone's like expecting me to be there, right? And so that was my last day, was March 31st. No, I'm sorry, March something. I'll get that together. March something was my last day, and then everyone's expecting to see me soon, like and I had people hitting me up from my buildings, because I got along with like everybody. Everyone there is so cool. Like, I love all the people. But like everyone's asking me, what's going on, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I haven't heard nothing yet. I don't know, hopefully soon. I don't know what's taking so long. I'm just acting like I'm so optimistic. And at first I feel like everyone was like, okay, but at a certain point, I feel like they kind of knew, like, especially one person. I felt like when they asked me, I'm like, I don't know, I still haven't heard anything, because they're like, hey, have you heard anything? Like, and I knew that they probably heard that they were not going to hire me. And even though I knew, like, I could tell that they knew that they heard the news, right? That I'm sure, like, somebody let them know that they had told me no, that they weren't going to go on with the hiring process, right? So even though I could tell that they knew, I still said, I don't know. And then all the ladies that, like, from my, from the cleaning job, they're like, what's going on? When are you going to start? When have you heard anything? Blah, blah, blah. The same, like, I'm getting questions from everywhere. And I'm just saying, I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet. And just acting like I'm super optimistic, like, acting like there's still a possibility, even though I knew, like, that they told me no. But I knew that God told me to be quiet and not tell everybody, not to tell everybody. He told me not to be telling everybody. So I'm like, I'm just acting like I don't know nothing. That's basically what I was doing. But, and it was like a month. And well, look, so from the middle of March, or like a little bit towards the end of March, right, until April, towards the end of April, so about a month, a little bit past a month, I think, one of my friends from the cleaning company asked me if I could cover her for a day, because she needed to do something. And I was like, Now, you know, everything in me was like, I don't want to go see everybody. It's gonna be like a walk of shame for me, like, because I know at this point everybody's gotta know that they told me no, that they didn't hire me, blah blah blah. So I was gonna be at the building where I would help the lady with the offices. That's where she asked me if I could cover her, so I was gonna be there from 5 to 1. So I was gonna be there all day, and I knew I was gonna see like the office people, and I knew I was gonna see the other people like from the floor that I told everybody I'm gonna get hired and blah blah blah. Like I knew I was gonna feel like stupid. I knew I was gonna feel stupid, right? But something told me, just do it, just go, just cover her. You ain't working no way, so go get you a little day, right? Go get you a day's worth of some money. So yeah, I went and I covered her. I think it was a Wednesday. I think it was a Wednesday. Okay, I'm gonna pause right here because I gotta go do this. So this video is gonna be super long, so I'm probably gonna cut it into a couple, like 2 pieces, 2 parts or whatever. But yeah, I'll be right back to continue. Okay.